Hi everybody, Juju here with my lovely assistant Zero napping behind me. Um, so, going to try my hand at a quasi-reaction video for the Oogie Boogie Song by VoicePlay. I say it's a quasi-reaction because I can't tell you how many reaction videos to this song or to this video I've already seen, plus how many times I've watched the video and heard the song on Spotify. So yeah, not a first reaction by any stretch of the imagination. Um, but it is really cool. I actually have not. I haven't seen Nightmare Before Christmas since it came out in theaters originally, back when I was in grade school. So I couldn't tell you anything about this song before I initially saw this. So I did actually find the clip on YouTube and watch it, and I have to say I much prefer this version. Um, the other one, it was only, Oogie Boogie singing, so you don't have as much depth to the song, I think. So there's definitely that aspect of it. Plus, this is all a cappella, so, all the instruments or music that you hear is actually just coming from the guys. Um, so yeah, this will be the first of these kind of things I'm doing, so bear with me as I'm learning. Uh, but yeah, let's get into it. And before I do this, if you do like it, um, please remember to click like down there. And if you have any suggestions of other songs you'd like me to look into, I have seen several of voice plays and home freeze videos. Not a lot of them. I've been kind of trying to hold off so I can do kind of a first reaction thing. Um, but I am familiar with them. So if there's one you'd like me to do, let me know. So I'm waiting to get bashed at the end of this. Oh, I've got unpopular opinions. But here we go.
Well, what have we here? Santa Claus, huh? Ooh, I'm really scared. So you're the one everybody's talking about. You're joking. I can't believe my eyes. You're joking me. You gotta be. This can't be the right guy. I don't know which is worse. I might just split a seam now if I don't die laughing first. Mr. Oogie Boogie says there's trouble close at hand. You better pay attention now, cause I'm the boogeyman. And if you aren't shaking, there's something very wrong, cause this may be the last time you hear the boogie song.
Okay. So that is actually my favorite, I guess, voice range for Jeff. Like I said, I have unpopular opinions. I like I could listen to the man speak all day. Him and Vin Diesel both. I like that kind of rumbly, bass voice. And I like his singing, up until this point, with the bass, because it's got a musicality to it, if that makes sense. I am not a music person at all. I don't know terms. You have to bear with me. But I actually like when he gets in the upper ranges for him. It's just, he does it so well. It's got this just like, I don't know, maybe because I listen to a lot of rock and pop, you know, it's that kind of music I'm more drawn to, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, that's actually one of my favorite parts of this song. This and what'll come later. Um, so yeah, like I said, unpopular opinion. I love Lane's little glowy nose. um, and it's funny because this is I keep trying to show y'all on the screen. Lane is the one in the screen right now. He's the beatboxer for the group. And I honestly keep forgetting there's no instruments in this because it all just blends together so well. And, you know, it really does seem like you have that percussion instrument going, mixed in with, you know, the harmonies from the other three. And it's just, it really does sound like there's music playing, you know, behind them singing. And I love that aspect of it because most of the time when I'm listening to these guys, VoicePlay, or Home Free, I forget there's no music. It's just them. And that is so just mind blowing to me. I love it. And then with the other three, bear with me, guys. I suck with names. I always have my entire life. Um, I'm learning. uh, Ellie is the one in the red. Jaynun is the one in the black. And is it Earl? Maybe? I can't remember. I know he's not with the group anymore. He's the one with the beard and the purpley tones. Their voices are, they're not shown as much in this video because Jeff is pretty much the focus of it. But, you know, having watched other reaction videos and stuff, you know, the way that they do have these, you know, the character voices, the, you know, little kid voices that are all kind of squeaky and everything, but they are able to also sing, you know, in these melodies, or like I said, I don't know music terms, but it's still musical, I guess, to me. And you can just hear them, and the way that they all manage to stay in beat is just really cool. But we'll back this up a little bit because I do love that part.
I might just cook a special batch of steak and spider stew.
And don't you know the one thing that would make it work so nice?
A roly-poly Santa Claus
To add a little spice.
And I know a lot of people have mentioned this in other videos, but I love that little doo-doo-doo-doo. Because it's really subtle, and if you're not paying attention to it, you don't really pick up on it because of everything else that's going on. But it's really cool.
That would make it work so nice.
A roly-poly Santa Claus
To add a little spice. Release me now, or you must face the dire consequences. The children are expecting me, so please come to your senses.
You're joking, I can't believe my ears.
That. We are going to back this up just a little bit. I have seen all of one reactor notice this one part in this scene, and I don't know if it's because it's dark, because it happens so fast, because there's so much else going on, but literally out of all, I've probably watched over a dozen versions of these reactions to this song. Nobody else has picked up on this, and I honestly was wondering if it was just my imagination.
I can't
Watch to
believe
the
my
left.
ears.
That. The neck thing. Maybe it's because I grew up watching action movies and that's like a thing. But I think it's hilarious that nobody else like picked up on this. Or maybe they saw it and they just decided not to react to it. But literally nobody else has reacted to that except for one guy, Kofi, from Kofi Reacts. He noticed it. That's the only one, and it's so funny.
I'm drowning in my tears.
It's funny. I'm laughing. You really are too much.
And now, with your permission, I'm going to do my stuff.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna do the best I can. Hit it!
I love that.
Sound of rolling dice to me is music in the air.
Cause I'm a gambling boogeyman, although I don't play fair.
It's much more fun, I must confess. With lives on the line.
Not mine, of course, but yours, oh boy. Now that'll be just fine.
Release me faster, you will have to answer for this heinous act.
Oh, brother, you're something. You put me in a spin.
You are comprehending the position that you're in. It's hopeless.
You ain't finished.
You haven't got a prayer.
Cause I'm Mr. Oogie Boogie, and you ain't going nowhere.
Okay, so yeah, that
And you ain't going nowhere.
this part. Once again, my other favorite part.
The Oogie Boogie Man. Oogie Boogie Man.
All right, so like I said, unpopular opinion, I really don't care about the bass thing. That last note, it's cool. I was very surprised when I heard it the first time. I probably did get a blink react out of it. Apparently I missed whatever gene or whatever that makes people just trip out over this. It's a cool gimmick. I'm gonna get so bashed. But it is a gimmick. I mean, it's an effective gimmick. Don't get me wrong. Because it keeps pulling people back to watch these things. And, you know, that's part of being a thing. You know, is getting butts in the seat. Mariah Carey can hit the high notes. Jeff can hit those low notes. You know, it's a thing. And I respect that. And it's done, usually it's done pretty well. I think I heard one reactor call it a non-note, which is kind of how I wound up thinking about it, because you don't so much hear it as feel it. And, you know, it's a really neat effect. I think because it isn't like a musical kind of sound to it, it doesn't really do well for me. I don't like heavy bass in general. It bothers me after a while. So that might be part of it and why I do like those like slightly higher sounds. But there is that kind of non-musical quality to it. It's just this odd rumble growl sound. Um, but it is really cool. Um, I love I love his nose glowing. Um, but I actually have a question for any musical people watching. I've noticed this in several a cappella groups, whether it's, VoicePlay, Home Free, Pentatonics. When they're singing, and I'm one to talk because you've probably seen my hands going, their hands are moving. And, they're singing up when Jeff was doing his, he does like this. It's his last note. He brings his hands in for that, you know, almost inhaled note. Um, when the other three, the mid to high range guys, when they're doing their bits, when they go to hit those higher notes, I'll watch them do this kind of thing. Or when they're descending the scale, they do that. Is it a psychological thing where, you've just automatically learning that, okay, I'm singing up the scale, I'm singing down the scale? Is it that kind of thing where it's just kind of psychological, or is there actually a purpose to it as far as, does it affect how it opens your chest for you to be able to breathe so you're able to reach those notes? I'm just curious. Like I said, I've never been a music person. I don't know anything about it. I don't sing, which is better for everybody. Um, so yeah, I'm really curious about that. If, anybody can answer me. Um, like I said, I know I'm probably gonna get bashed all to hell about the whole bass note thing. But yeah, I don't. Too much bass in music winds up screwing with my heart, honestly. I can honestly, like, feel it. So that's probably why I'm not a big fan of it. Um, but that being said, I love that rumbly, sound to it during the rest of the song. And how he is able to just, like, effortlessly, as so many people have said, just sit there and go up, come down, drop that note like nothing's happening. Um, and, Lane's awesome with the beatboxing. Um, like I said, you don't even, between him and the other three, you forget there's not music playing, and that's just, I I love that. I actually wind up having to sit there, or randomly in the middle of a song, it's like, oh yeah, that's not an instrument playing, that's him. So that's really cool. But I hope I hope y'all aren't gonna hate me. Um, but I hope y'all like this. If you do have any other suggestions, let me know. I do have, like I said, I have seen some of these guys' videos, and I will be doing um, quasi reacts uh, to a couple more from both them and Home Free that I've seen. But if there's any in particular that you'd really like to see, let me know. Like I said, I've been trying to hold off on watching a lot of their stuff so I can do first reactions, because they're awesome. I mean, them and Home Free both. Um, they're just, yeah, they're awesome. I do enjoy everything I've heard from them so far. So yeah, if you have liked this, please click the like button down below. Leave me a comment about what you'd like me to watch next. Please don't be too hard on me in the comments. I do have a Patreon now if you're interested. I am primarily a fan fiction writer, so all my stuff is geared towards that. But I will be doing fan fiction related things on my Patreon. I do also have a Discord now, and all of that information will be down below. But thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.